author, like I really like the business of what we do. It really comes down to two things: knowing what, having people knowing we're there, and our backlist. The more stuff we have in the back, the more actual money we make. It's an interesting thing in that that's how it seems to work. At least here is like when I put a book up for pre-order, all my books sell better, all of them, right? Because what happens is now anyone that's looking me up is looking at all my other stuff as well. So what happens is the bigger my library, the bigger my sales, and that's how it seems to magically work out.
They do say that the more books you have, the more chance you have of getting sales. Well, for me, that didn't happen. I've got 13 books, and I don't even bother looking at my KDP stripes anymore because I don't expect to see any. I just don't have time to promote myself. I'm too busy promoting other people.
But
shows like this and radio shows and tell everybody about my books, and hopefully someone will pick it up and do it.
But I actually disagree with you slightly, and that's this: you are promoting yourself quite a bit, whether you realize it or not. Like, look, I'm promoting myself right now. Like, even though you are my guest, I've been doing shows for a very long time. So what happens is people recognize who I am.
Yeah.
Now that I'm also I'm doing this on a much more regular basis. I'm increasing I'm actually scaling up the fact that people are aware that I'm out there, and it's led to some very interesting opportunities in the last little bit. Pardon me, about just different people I can interview, see, do things with. So I find that, like, for me, like, I don't necessarily advertise the book, but I'm advertising me, and since I'm advertising me, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna be like, everybody's like, okay, well, who is this guy? What does he do? Holy shit, he's got books, right? Holy shit, he's got this, that, and the other thing. And what I'm doing essentially is I'm scaling myself up as my own brand. Now, there's going to be a couple things I'm going to be playing with this year because I want to scale myself up as an author. Among them is Amazon ads. Another thing I'm going to be playing with is Kickstarter, because I do think there is, especially for authors, there's a lot of untapped market there. If I sell my book to an audience of 100 and I'm making something like $10,000-$20,000 a shot, this is just me thinking long term here. What will eventually happen, like, I won't need, like, I don't care if I'm an award-winning author. That's not what this is about. It's about getting paid, right? Whether it's through your audience, whether it's through publishing, whether it's through your advertising, right? Which that's essentially what this is. Like, strictly on a business level, you are advertising. You just, how you're doing it is different. You're doing it through your shows. You're doing it actually through your clients. Now, you're advertising your services more than your books. So I think what's probably happened with you is, because you're so good at what you do, the fact that you have so many different clients doing what they're doing, right? And you're spending your time doing them, you are establishing a reputation on the service end, and you're happy. I got the impression with you enjoy teaching, and that's why you like the new author, because you can teach them a specific way that works, right? Whereas someone like me, who has some clue but not a full clue, might be a little bit more problematic, because I'm gonna be like, well, what about this? And it might be cool with, like, if it's a good back and forth, that's one thing. But if I'm like, well, no, I know what I'm doing and stuff, and you're like, sucks, right? And that's pretty much that's kind of like where you're at, right? It's like you like, in one sense, you like someone getting started because they're open to learning. Someone that's maybe a little bit more established is not quite so keen on learning. I think one of the things I've had to learn personally throughout this whole process is, you can't stop learning. You can't stop growing.
I'm going on webinars. I'm doing mentoring. I'm going on to watch doing lessons. Marketing changes all the time, and if I want to be good at what I do and help my clients, I'm not going to carry on back how it was 10 years ago. Things have changed big time, and I have to keep up with that. And so my time of helping my authors also is spent going to these webinars and learning the new marketing techniques and what's working and what's not working. And if I don't do that, then I'm not doing my job.
Well, no, you're investing. That's your investment. Like I would are, but this is what I'm saying. Ultimately, you are marketing. You're marketing all the time. The thing is, for you, you're very happy with your business of helping others. And there's nothing wrong with that, by the way. It's actually a really cool thing. But I would argue to you, the combination of the fact that you do amazing work, and the fact that you're constantly promoting yourself, that way, that's where you focus a lot of your marketing on, right? And it's